Oh, God, that was close. Oh, I almost went on the air a bit of nose fluff in my nose. Oh, my God, what would the girls think? It looked like a booger. Oh, my God. I hope they think it's not too early for a morning meeting. It's almost 7 after all. There shouldn't be slug-a-bugs anyway. Come on, girls, ladies, pick up.
Leona? It's Leona! Esther! What are you doing? It's not even 7 yet.
What took you so long, Leona? I've been waiting for a good minute.
Have you lost your mind, Esther? It is not even dawn.
The early bird gets the worm, Leona.
The early worm was pretty stupid then, wouldn't you say? The early bird is a myth, you know. You can eat worms all day if you want to.
Oh, no thanks. Didn't you read my text from last night? I sent it a bit late, but I was so excited.
No, I was foolishly sleeping at the time. Look, what is this about?
On the dull roar, the residents of the cemetery down the way are starting to complain. Oh, it's you, Esther.
Oh my gosh, Millie, I thought you were the mud monster coming for Leona.
Can I choose between the mud monster and you, Esther? Look, what was in your text that was so important? Can you just tell us now? Oh, is there an emergency?
At 7 in the morning, there better be an emergency. If this doesn't involve potential loss of life or free food, I'm going back to bed.
No, don't go back to bed. It's a positive thing. I will tell you all about it when Grace gets on here.
A positive thing? So, no loss of life? How about free food? My bed is calling my name.
Yes, there will be snacks involved.
Close enough. Sorry, bed.
These better be pretty incredible snacks to wake up to just for us to discuss, Esther.
Bite-sized Turks. Oh, that would be good for me. Or coconut macaroons.
Oh, well, maybe for coconut macaroons.
Well, it's really not about the snacks, ladies.
Well, good night, then. I'm going back to bed.
You can't say goodnight at 7 in the morning.
You're right. Good morning. I'm going back to bed.
Wait. Here's Grace.
What's going on? What's the emergency? Is everyone okay?
Yes, everyone's fine, other than Esther, who appears to have finally lost her last remaining marble.
Yeah.
I don't miss mine.
Are you kidding me, Esther? If you got me up for some stupid reason at this hour of the morning, we are getting you a paddy wagon to the funny farm if I have to drive it myself.
Well, I'm sure you know the way. Look, if you all don't start being more positive, I'm not going to share my fantastic idea.
Oh, we're here because you finally had an idea. Crap, now I have to go find the paddy wagon.
Make sport if you wish, but you'll change your tune when you hear about the idea I had.
You had an idea. Look, I'm happy you're trying new things, Esther, but can't you get ideas when normal people have them?
Oh, I have to set things in motion early because there's a lot to plan. You see, our monthly Crimson Cap official outing happens tonight, and I have the most wonderful idea for us.
We're not going back to that creepy rodent museum, I hope. I swear every exhibit was stuffed roadkill. Eating at their restaurant was out of the question.
No, this is way better and feature one of your favorite things.
Oh, we're having a sarcasm party?
You beat me to it.
Not quite. We're going to have our very first Crimson Cap Men's Night.
I'm sorry, Esther. I have to second you. You said Crimson Cat Men's Night.
I did. Isn't that a great idea? We all like men, don't we?
Well, as much as I like some men, George Clooney springs to mind.
Snap out of it, Grace.
Right,
Please.
sorry. Anyway, what man in his right mind would want to come to a Crimson Cap official outing? Unless you're planning on doing some pole dancing, I don't see why they might come.
I'm not even sure Esther pole dancing would be that big of a draw. You know, not for ones with the internet.
I don't know. Okay, big me to see Esther dance myself. I'm that way.
Oh, you're funny in a lot of ways, Millie. Of course, I'm not pole dancing, but we could offer other delights men like.
Like?
Beer. I know a lot of men like it, despite the fact it already smells like it does after processing through the liver. Men also like hockey. There's a game on tonight, Canada versus Russia. This cannot miss.
No, that is what you said about the rodent museum.
Men like beer and hockey, but don't you feel funny for Crimson Cats?
This is an outing, not a meeting, okay? We should just dress casually. But you know what I mean. Do any of you have jerseys?
I have a nightgown with a cow on it, but I think it's a Hereford, not a jersey. It's a weird question, though.
Oh, never mind. Just wear what you'd wear on a regular outing. Oh, by the way, do you mind hosting, Millie? You'll get to keep all the beer cans.
Sold. So can't hurt going in. Can need a little updating. The Calgary export cans in particular make it a little bit dated.
Okay, but I'm still not clear. Where are we going to find men to come watch a hockey game, which will be on the big screen down at Dave's bar? What do we have to offer that they can't get there?
Besides Esther pole dancing.
Besides our sparkling personality? Female company, you mean? Well, not to put too much fine a point on it, our beer is free.
Who is paying for all this beer?
Well, I'll spring for the beer myself if it's going to be an issue. How much can a six-pack cost anyway?
Do you honestly believe one six-pack will satisfy the thirst of a bunch of men? Have you actually met a man before, Esther?
You know what they say? A beer between friends is just not enough beer.
Well, in all my dealings with men, none of them were after beer.
Oh, what were they after, Esther? You're not much of a cook, so...
Whatever they were after, I'm sure Esther's agreeable personality was like the perfect combination, chastity belt and testosterone repellent.
Not at all. I swore to myself never to settle for someone.
Sadly, it means that no one was willing to settle for you either, apparently.
Better to be with no one than the wrong one, though.
Or a whole string of really wrong ones.
Oh, too much information, Grace.
No way. Tell us everything.
You don't have to make eye contact with Esther while you tell us. Just pretend she's not there.
Well, let's just say being easy ain't easy. So I eventually became impossible. Until George, of course. He wasn't perfect, but he had faults I could live with.
If that's not the definition of true love, I don't know what is.
I agree. You know, Harold certainly had his moments, but then he'd have his other moments, you know?
Well, it must have been a little easier for you, Leona, being a trophy wife and all.
Some may think so, but if you catch them with youth and beauty alone, you might be replaced when you stop looking like those sculpted figures on women's sports trophies.
Could you please not share how you kept Harold happy while I still have an appetite for breakfast?
Ooh, breakfast sounds good. I'm thinking pizza.
Pizza? For breakfast? What pizza place is even open at this ungodly hour?
Let's not forget, this ungodly hour was brought to you by Esther and her big idea. You should have to buy us all breakfast. I'll have eggs Benedict, thank you very much.
I'd order egg Benedict, but I always feel like a traitor when I do.
What are you talking about, Millie?
Haven't you never heard of Benedict Arnold, Leona?
I remember Arnold the pig from Green Acres.
Well, that makes one of us. Let's get back to what's important. My idea. Millie's pizza suggestion might work for men's night. Men like pizza.
Just don't order something healthy or they won't even eat it. Meat lovers is the safe bet.
Yes, because all men are identical, right? There are lots of men who love whatever kind of pizza you can name.
I bet some men even like it with pineapple, for crying out loud. Who needs something sweet with meat?
You never had cranberry with turkey?
Or applesauce with pork?
Or fries with gravy.
Now, what does fries and gravy got to do with anything?
I don't know about you, but I think fries and gravy would be pretty sweet right about now.
Ugh.
What would be sweet as having a lovely evening watching hockey with a bunch of men? When was the last time any of us spent quality time with the male species?
Probably not since my poor husband Harold passed away. Oh, probably a few years before that, actually. You know, when the lead in his pencil turned into a gel pen, he lost all interest in the Tempur-Pedic Dango.
Oh, too much information, Leona. And it's called the Posturepedic Polka. It's not like we're trying to get a squad of men to come in so we can seduce them.
I thought it was the part of the that the
Ugh, I am just cringing at the thought of the type of man we will attract if we offer free beer.
Well, how about this? We're each responsible for inviting a guy, okay? Not as a date, but just to hang out, you know. We will have beer, pretzels, chips, and pizza.
Maybe some jerky, too. You know, I heard men like that stuff. A lot. Sweets for the sweet, I say. Jerky describes men nicely.
Oh, we could get oysters. I heard they're natural aphrodisiac.
That's a myth. I fed a half dozen to one of my dates. Only 4 of them worked.
Ew! Ugh.
Was that ew for the oysters or the mental image?
Oh, yes. Ugh.
Oh, I guess I could invite young Todd over from the store. He's such a sweet young lad. A bit squirty and nice.
That's that weird artist friend of yours? Well, he should fit right in.
Well, I'll see if I can get him in the meeting room. Text me his number, Millie.
Hang on while I get the door. I ordered fried gravy.
You know, I suppose I could get Bob, my financial advisor, to come by. I would have to pay his hourly rate, but he's a good sport. I'll send you his info, Esther.
So we're paying for mail company now? Is this our level of desperation? I might have to bust into my piggy bank.
A piggy bank to pay for mail companies sounds somewhat appropriate, though, don't you think?
Do you know what men put in their on their boo-boos? Ointment!
Do you know how many men it takes to change a light bulb? Just one, but also a woman to tell him how amazing and strong he was to be able to do it.
I don't think it's helpful to have a man-bashing session right before a crimson cap men's night.
Foil sport.
Oh. Good heavens, Millie. Where did you get those?
I have my connections. I just call number and nice young men bringing me my food.
Anyone can order from Skip the Dishes, Millie. So, who are you inviting to the soiree, Grace?
I haven't a clue.
We know. We love you anyway.
Well, I did have one guy in mind. I was thinking maybe Nick from the lumberyard. Even though he hasn't got all his fingers, I heard if he likes you, he gives you a good deal on housewares and stuff.
That would be handy. I could use a new toaster. In a related note, don't put out toaster fires with a super soaker gun.
I'll alert the press. Are you sure it's a good option, Grace? He seems like, I don't know, unrefined. Hang on. Todd is entering the meeting.
Oh.
When I saw the invite, I thought something had happened to Millie. I was so afraid for you, neighbor.
She froze.
I think Millie's fine.
It's sweet of you to be concerned, though.
Yeah.
I'm
wonder
sorry,
when-
Oh,
Yeah. Where is she?
I don't know where she went. She's gone went to get more fries. I'm sorry, but everyone knows Gob's a thing Millie doesn't know.
That wasn't very nice of you. You need to apologize to Millie. She's a wonderful lady. She makes the best cherry cheesecake.
Actually, Todd, I made that cheesecake.
But Millie said, never mind.
Uh-oh. Busted. Shame on you, Millie.
I am shocked your pants aren't on fire at this very moment, Millie.
People wear pants on here? Look, when I handed you the cake and I said I made it, I meant I made it over to your house to give it to you. Like, ta-da! I made it.
Well, it must have been an arduous journey being right next door and all. I hope you packed a lunch for the ordeal, Millie.
Nope. Cake.
Well, now that we have that all sorted out, is there anything else of stupendous importance that needs to be addressed before the crack of dawn?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. As the president of the Crimson Cap Ladies, on behalf of our organization, I would like to extend an invitation to you for our inaugural Men's Night Social tonight at 7 p.m. We want you to come to Millie's to watch hockey, eat pizza, and drink beer.
Well, I think sports are kind of boring, and beer, it just tastes vile. Vodka coolers are okay, but I don't mind pizza either, as long as it's vegan and has a gluten-free crust. I like mine with tofu, bean sprouts, and carrot.
No pineapple?
Of course not. That would be absolutely gross. I'm not sure I can make it tonight, though. I have a thing.
I know what a hectic social life you lead, Todd. Why, I bet you go out to a party almost every other year. What is this thing you have besides a fear of us ladies?
Come on, Todd. Don't be a party pooper. Every party has a party pooper. That's why we invited you.
Party pooper.
I tell you what, Todd, if you come over, I will make you another cheesecake.
Okay, but can you bring it over this time? Millie ate like half of the last one.
I was concerned about your sugar intake and wanted to do what I could to help.
It's a promise, Todd.
Fine. Well, I guess I'll see you at 7.
Bye, Todd. See you at the soiree.
Nice to see you, Todd. Cute jammies.
Well, that's one at least. We won't be skunked.
I'm bringing Bob into the conversation.
Hey, is everything okay, Leona? What's going on?
Oh, everything's fine, Bob. The girls and I are just planning a little hockey party tonight, and we were wondering if you can make it. We're having beer and pizza.
Beer and pizza with you 4 ladies? How interesting. Why?
But we felt like it was time to break the gender barrier in our official Crimson Cap outings. And we're going over all the men we know. And, well, your name came up, being Leona's financial manager and all.
She called you because you're the only fella in her contact.
I really can't think of any reason I would want to.
Ooh, I'll pay you your hourly rate, Bob.
Oh, well then. What time should I be there? What should I bring? Just name it. I'll be submitting the bill anyway.
Hey, Esther, why not get Bob to pick up the beer?
I had a better idea, Grace. Say, Bob, since you can just turn around and bill us, why don't you pick up the beer? I was thinking one for each of us, so an 8-pack of assorted beers.
One each, like per person. It's not even worth the paperwork to process.
Well, someone can have 2 beers since we also have to get a vodka cooler for Todd.
How much are you paying Todd?
Leona promised him a cheesecake.
Oh, dang. I should have negotiated one of those in my contract too. Being Italian, I'm not much for beer though, ladies. I definitely prefer wine from Italy, of course. Don't worry, I can pick out an excellent selection or two.
Oh my God, suddenly I'm picturing dollar bills flying out of the window.
It's okay, Esther. Your money's safe. Leona and I put the screens up on the windows last week.
So, Bob, do you have a discount rate for people who aren't loaded like Leona is?
You need financial advice?
No, I'm supposed to bring someone to a wedding next month.
I'm not a gigolo, you know.
I'll pay cash, no receipt.
I'll DM you.
Bob, I will text you with our liquor order after we have their guest list nailed down. Don't buy anything until you hear from me.
No problem, but if it all falls through, I'm charging for an after-hours consultation. I'm sorry, it's company policy which can't be used.
You are self-employed, Bob. You are your company's only employee.
I know, but the boss is super cheap. It's out of my hands anyway. It must be off. I'll watch for your text, Esther.
Oh, that's 2 ladies now. It's coming together very nicely.
Yeah, but we might have to increase our club fees to cover the cost of hiring men to visit us. Who knew they were so high maintenance?
Well, we aren't paying for Bob. We can't afford him. That's Leona's baby. I'm not even sure I can afford his wine.
At least I have a date. Who are you inviting, Esther? I'm dying to know.
Well, I'm going to give you a couple of hints. He's smart and kind of cute. He's fairly hygienic for a male, and he has a decent job at the university.
You're inviting your brother Elijah? Isn't that a little kinky?
As I previously mentioned, that this is not that kind of meeting or party.
Elijah would be the last man I would invite to that kind of party. He's crushingly boring. At Esther's 50th birthday party, he spent his time trying to figure out string theory.
And he doesn't even play guitar.
Really, Esther? I cannot imagine Elijah being interested in hockey.
Well, you know what? He owes me a favor. You see, he made me take his library books back, and I had to rent a U-Haul for them because he's very forgetful at times, and the fine was in the 4-digit range.
Speaking of approaching 4 digits, are you going to ask Nick, Grace?
Well, I guess so. I can't think of anyone else, and Leona's, you've already got dibs on hiring Bob. At least I wouldn't have to pay Nick to come. But he might expect a little action being invited to a party.
I can ask him. I doubt he would make a pass at a 90-year-old. And if he does, que sera, sera.
Oh, good grief, Millie. Given your age difference, don't you think health issues might be a concern?
If he dies, he dies.
Quiet, everyone. I'm bringing Elijah to the conversation. Hello, Elijah.
Esther, I'm having the most peculiar moment of perceived reality. I see these faces of all your strange associates on my electronic device.
Yes, Elijah, this is a virtual meeting with my friends. They can hear you.
They can? That is stupendously fascinating. Hello, hello.
Haven't you ever been in a room meeting before, Elijah?
Oh my gosh, they can speak too? That's amazing. Are these real people, Esther? Or are they just holograms?
My friends are all on video conference call with you right now in real time. We were wondering if you would like to come to Millie's tonight to help to watch the hockey game.
Millie has an ice hockey rink in her basement?
No, Elijah. We're going to watch it on TV, not live.
Oh, I see. Yes, I've heard of that kind of thing. Very odd behavior, don't you think? Watching other people play games? It's kind of boring, isn't it?
It's kind of inescapable in our country.
Yes, indeed. I saw the game played once on airport television. Give each team their own rubber desk, I say. Problem solved.
So you'll come. We'll have beer and everything.
What? A beer? Yes, an ancient beverage, credited with making humans switch from hunter-gatherer societies to agrarian ones. There are samples discovered which date back 12,000 years, at least 4 millennia before wine.
So you like beer?
Of course not. It's horrid stuff. It tastes vile. I do not go for beer or wine of any sort. My body is a temple.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. I remember you drink cognac.
That is right. Nectar of the gods. Far beyond mere alcohol. It is a multi-synaptic sensory experience. Plus, you don't pee as much from beer.
Don't forget to mention the pizza. It's my favorite part so far.
Oh yes, the pizza. We didn't have it as youngsters. It was considered uncultured food.
Compared to what? Yogurt?
Well, you know what? We ate very European. A lot of cheeses, cold cuts, different breads, fancy soups, that sort of thing. Never fast food. I didn't have a Big Mac until I was 30.
Oh, I'm sure that was very memorable for you.
I'll say. Elijah brought it back from the city for me, but he forgot it in the car on a hot day for a while. He also forgot to tell me how long it sat. Oh my God, it was the last Big Mac I've ever eaten. Even if I think of the smell of the special sauce,
I'd forgotten all about that. I got special sauce all over my dashboard.
Oh.
I think we should talk more about the pizza.
You'll like pizza, Elijah. It's very high class food. It's like Persian inspired naan bread spread with a tangy sauce reminiscent of marinara, and then covered with a charcuterie board of cheese and thinly sliced meat.
That does sound intriguing. I like sandwiches.
they're not really, oh, never mind. So you'll come tonight.
I will endeavor to attend to this strange event. I should caution you, however, I have a bad case of that thing that you that stores experiences and stuff, and
Memory?
that's not it. Oh, yeah, it is.
You already told me about this 100 times. We will see you at Millie's at 7 then.
Whatever for?
Be here or I'll buy your grandchildren the noisiest Christmas present you ever heard. You owe me. Don't forget. Remember the library books?
7 sharp it is then. See you later.
Oh, God, code red. It's Mrs. Garnett, the Crimson Cap Regional Supervisor. Oh, my God, wanting to join the meeting.
Can't you have a technical glitch and not allow her in?
Oh, I better not. Let's see what she wants.
Hello, ladies. You're all looking as fresh as daisies, I see.
We moved casual Friday to Saturday morning.
Hello, Hortense.
Mrs. Garnet to you, Millie. I am mystified why you find my name so amusing.
How can we help you, Hortense?
I see you haven't filed your report for an upcoming official Crimson Cap outing, and today is the last day of the Crimson Month. Do you have an outing planned, or must I write you up for negligence?
Well, as a matter of fact, Hortense, that's what we're doing at this very moment, planning our official outing for tonight.
Indeed. And what, pray tell, have you got in mind at this late date?
I can't wait to hear her expression when she hears.
Okay, can this app record? This will be epic.
I should have ordered popcorn with my fries and gravy.
Quiet, ladies, you're not helping at all.
Helping what, Esther? What are you up to now? The regional council has their eye on this chapter, you know. Spit it out. What are you planning?
Well, the girls and I thought, together that it would be good to have Crimson Cap Men's Night.
Men's night? Like with men? Are you out of your minds? Which part of the ladies in Crimson Cap ladies are you missing?
Well, just felt it was time to break the gender barrier. That's all. And we aren't inviting them to join the group. What's the matter, Hortense? Don't you like men?
I have despised every man ever since my useless husband, Stanley, left me for a younger, better-looking partner.
Oh,
Well, that's tragic. What was her name?
His name was Lance.
oh,
Oh.
As the regional supervisor, I insist on being invited to this function. The good name of the Crimson Cap Nation may be at stake.
What about the rule where everyone coming to the party has to bring someone?
It's only fair. You must have old flames in your little black book, Mrs. Garnet.
Old flames turn into ash holes, didn't you know?
oh, come on, Hortense. There must be someone you like to spend time with. Surely you're not a total hermit.
Well, I guess I could ask Pat. We met in that crappy tar returns lineup 5 times in 1 month.
Pat, hey? Does he like hockey? We're watching the Canada-Russia game.
Ella, none of us has ever met, might be intriguing.
Hang on, I'm finding Esther the contact info.
I hope he's an older guy.
Okay, I have Pat entering the meeting.
What's this all about?
Hey, Pat, these are those women I was telling you about. They want to have some kind of a hockey party with men.
Men?
I know, right? Anyway, I have to attend to make sure nothing sick and depraved occurs, but they insist that I bring someone. Do you like hockey?
Hell yeah. I played defense for the Packardville Pylons. We went all the way to the provincials.
Oh, I didn't know that, Pat. That must have been so exciting. We have a lot to discover about one another, don't we?
We sure do, Horty. You like hockey too, right?
Oh, sure. All that ice and stuff.
So are you two like dating?
No.
No.
Heck no.
Absolutely not. What a silly thing to say, right, Horty? We're just friends.
Yes, friends. I mean, we're both women after all. So this is just craziness.
It doesn't matter to us. We don't judge.
Oh, well, Esther is kind of judgy.
Oh, and Grace isn't? Please. So, Pat, we were thinking of having beer and pizza. Do you have any preferences?
Oh, if you're watching hockey, you got to have beer. I love the craft beer with all the exotic flavors. I'm kind of partial to chocolate infused brews with strong hoppy aftertones. It's pricey, but worth it. Minimum order is a flat of 24.
Well, at least we found someone who actually likes beer.
And Holly. Not sure where she stands on men, though.
Millie.
It's okay. Standing on men sounds like a great idea. With my hockey skates on.
So you'll come tonight? We only have to stay long enough to ensure there are no unseemly shenanigans.
You mean if there's shenanigans, we have to leave? That's the best part of a party.
I like you already. If you like pizza, that is.
I love pizza, but cheese bungs me up. I was so constipated one time, I had to use a plunger.
TMI. So which end did you use to help?
I used the plunger on the toilet, of course. It was like crapping a cinder block.
So a 3-cheese pizza is a big no then, eh?
Don't listen to that one, Pat. She's the one I was telling you about with the happy hay problem.
Problem? It's more of a solution.
I don't give a rat's patootie what other people do, as long as it doesn't affect me. You gotta relax, Horty.
If you say so, Pat. Oh, do you mind if I drive? Your Harley might attract some unwanted attention.
Sure, anything you want, Horty.
Mhm.
That way, I can be the designated drunk. Maybe come a little bit early so I can pre-drink before the party.
Well, I guess that would be okay. Well, we better be off to let the girls plan their event. I'm sure they have a lot to discuss.
I'll say.
About the party, of course. See you both later. If there's any changes, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, I must say, this party just got much more interesting.
And more expensive. Oh dear, a whole flat of craft beer? Oh.
I thought today couldn't get any weirder, but as usual, whenever I think it, it does. That's why I love you, ladies.
Now it's just you, Grace. Everyone else has someone to bring, even Hortense.
Do you want me to ask Nick so he doesn't get any funny ideas?
No, I better do this. He doesn't even hardly know you, and he'll assume I put you up to it anyway.
Well, I've been trying to get him on the call, but he isn't answering.
He probably doesn't recognize you and thinks you're a scammer or something. I'll just text him and tell him to connect.
Who hasn't been on a Vroom meeting by now? He really should get with the program. Is he slow?
Well, Elijah's never been on a room meet call either, and he's a university professor. Maybe cut him the slack.
Yeah, but Elijah may be super smart in some areas, but stupid comes in many forms.
Spoken like a true expert on stupidity.
Hush, hush, hush now. I have Nick on. Hello, Nick.
Hey, what's this? A shakedown? What do you broads want?
Now, Nick, don't you remember our little talk about the word broads?
Oh, yeah, chicks hate the word broads.
The ladies and I are having a bit of a gathering to watch the big hockey game tonight. We thought you might want to watch it with us over beer and pizza.
So, chicks and beer and grub? What's this going to cost me?
You'll pay us? That's a refreshing change, at least.
Oh, Esther's buying the beer. She's springing for a whole 6-pack.
An 8-pack each, that'll start, I suppose.
Holy mackerel! How much beer can you drink?
Can't say for sure. Should find out.
No, I mean, there must be a limit, really. We can't just pour beer after beer down your throat. This is supposed to be a cultural event.
I thought it was supposed to be a sporting event. We're not big in culture here. Hockey museums are okay, though.
What kind of pizza do you like, Nick?
Well, I don't give a crap as long as it fills the gap, if you know what I mean. I'll eat whatever.
Pineapple, okay?
Sure, whatever. I ain't picky. Just none of them fresh tomatoes on there. That's just gross. And no onions, olives, or mushrooms. Not any vegetables, really. Or shrimp.
So it's meat lovers then.
Like I said, whatever. So I'll be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us then.
No, Nick, we're inviting other men too. We know you wouldn't want to feel outnumbered.
Want to bet?
Grace only asked you because I wanted her to. Nick, remember me?
Yeah. You're the dame that needs help with one bingo card. Nice to see you still on the side of the daisies. You know what I mean?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Whatever. So, Grace, you sexy thing, what time does this orgy start at?
There won't be one, and it's pronounced orgy. The G sound isn't heard. Nor will there be anything else be at the party or else.
You're a spicy one. Spicy.
Speaking of spicy, you get jalapenos on the pizza.
Not a chance. They're a vegetable. Anyway, I have to go fix some breakfast. I might need the protein, if you know what I'm saying. I'll let you know about the party, though. I forgot what Esther is like. Even for free beer. Jeez.
Oh, this is a debacle. If we don't pay men to spend time with us in cash, beer, or baked goods, they won't come. Each want a different pizza, and adding a flat of craft beer and a keg of Nick's beer and bottles of imported wine. And this will cost me a small fortune. Oh.
Mixing men with Crimson Cap outings is one of those ideas which sounds good in theory, but in practice, pretty stupid.
Like the combination of a spoon and a fork. The spork?
I was thinking plus-sized yoga pants.
Oh, in any case, I'm sorry, but I think we'll have to cancel men's night. We really can't afford it, and well, Nick kind of creeps me out.
I have an idea. Why don't we still have the men's night, but instead of inviting men, we just talk about them spingingly.
Yes! And instead of beer, we can have fizzy wine and cinnamon tequila.
Oh, and instead of hockey, we could watch Dirty Dancing again. There's men in that movie after all.
Oh, we can still have pizza, right?
Yes, Millie, we can have pizza. Maybe a meat lover's pizza just to keep with the theme. Why, this sounds like the best Crimson Cap men's night ever.
He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet.